Oh, I tried playing harp today.
I don't.
Or no. Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to play harp, but I hadn't played it so long. Like all the strings went down like half a step. Took me so long to tune it. Ya cuando la acabé de afinar, I'm like, nah, no quiero. Like,
I thought that was too much work.
Yeah, dude. It's because they kept coming back, and you know, I tuned one octave and then the next one, and then this one went back down. I'm like, ching out.
Yeah,
and
you
then
have to go back.
I got this ones, and the little ones are like even more sensitive. So I'm like, okay, bing, puta madre. I'm like, you know what? I'm with it.
I'm put this shit up.
No,
It's not even worth it. Welcome back to CharroBeans. Shut the fuck. You got you got a gum in your fucking mouth. I just realized that right now. I'm like talking to you.
I heard it too. I'm like, that's my bad. Like, that's on me. I'm like,
it's funny because I didn't notice it until we're like, okay, we're gonna start.
I noticed it when I plugged my headphones because I don't like it. What is it called? ASMR, right?
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
Like I don't like that. So when I first plugged in my headphones, again. I'm like, sounds annoying as fuck. But I'm like, I'm not stopping. I'm like. So I got used to it. And then when it started, it's like, welcome.
Did you take it out?
No, I don't know where to put it.
Just do it right there.
I want it back.
Or do it like in Willy Willy Wonka. The girl would put it behind her ear, which is fucking gross.
I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah, like she was the world champion gum eater. So she would put it in the back of her ear. But have you ever cleaned the back of your ear? That shit fucking is not good.
Well, mine doesn't get like that. Just in the baño, güey.
Yo también, güey, but I mean, you forget, you know. When I forget after a while. It's like when, I mean, do you clean your ears with cotton swabs? And, you know, like, you go sometimes a while, or like you forget. I forget. So then when I go in there and like, kind of get stuck, I'm like, what up? It's like Shrek. You know how he pulls out the candle? Yeah. That's disgusting. That's a disgusting thing to put in people's heads right now. Anyway, welcome back to CharroBeans podcast.
Right. Well, we're back too.
We're back. Sammy and Victor here at the studio, which was coincidentally very hard to get back up.
We have no lights.
We have no light. For some reason, the lights back here decided to just die.
It's the new color, right? Black.
Yeah, we're back. Going on 3 months since we made a new episode. We're still here. We're just living life. We kind of forgot about it. I forgot about it a
little bit.
Really?
Yeah, it's because school is a little busier this time.
Yeah, it really is.
So I remember there's little spots where like I'm walking from school or to school and I'm like, huh. I guess we're not doing that today because I have class on Monday. But I'm like, I think the first weeks that we didn't, or like, because you said we'd take a 2-week break.
Yeah, we're supposed to take a 2-week break for, it was my winter break as a teacher. So I was kind of like, okay, well, you know, I'd like to use that time to actually, you know.
And I remember after that second week or the third week on Monday, I was like, should I remind them about Charro Chat? So, nah. I'm like, we're on break. I guess he wants to take the whole break.
Yeah.
Like, I just kept telling myself things to not be like, you know.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's crazy how fast time goes without really realizing it. Because, we kind of took a little bit of a break, but it kind of got extended. You know, there's a lot of things to do. I mean, I realized that podcasters, like the ones that like actually make money off of this kind of stuff, like they don't work, bro. Like they have other things, you know, that they have.
Well, they have to do like. I think they do a lot more content, so they spend their whole day like editing.
They only process like how to, you know, get their social media popping and you know that's their job. But I mean,
they're talking to like PR.
Yeah, you know, they have a whole process to where they dedicate their lives to this. So, you know, since we kind of don't, it's just kind of an extra thing that we kind of do to put ourselves out there, just to make people laugh and stuff. So I mean. It's difficult whenever you have a life outside of this. You know what I mean? Well, it would be so much easier if you were just like a full-time
Yeah, like
content
just
creator.
wake up and be like, okay, I might get a good breakfast and then go record whatever the fuck.
And then
that's it. Or well, after that you edit. And then
and that's it though.
That's it.
Which I mean, I would do that if I got paid enough, but it's neither here nor there, you know. So, but point is, we're back. We're very excited to get back into this swing of things. I also wanted to make sure that when we came back, it's when we feel like we can start putting them out, more consistently again. But it's kind of funny that it took all the way till March, because I mean now it's I think the last time we had an episode was like mid-December.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a little bit of a minute, but we're here, we're back, and we're excited to get back into the swing of things. So many things happened in the past 3 months. You know what I mean?
It snowed
twice.
No, one was a freeze, like an ice.
Well, point is, there was 2 ice ages in the time that we weren't, here making a podcast. The weather's been crazy. Like I'm already into like we're both, you in school and then me teaching in school. So we're both into like mid-semester almost already.
Yeah, I just took my midterms. So and I'm halfway.
Yeah, and that was another thing. I kind of wanted you to finish your midterms to get back into this swing, because it does take time to come in here and, record this. We've been talking for the last hour already, and we're just barely starting the podcast, so it's just like that, guys. But the good thing is that, we can kind of get back into this kind of stuff. Hey, to be honest, I missed it. The other day I was in my truck and I listened to the last episode that we recorded, and I was like actually laughing. I told that to Zara. I was like, it's just because I forget what we talk about on here. So like when I put it on, I was just listening to it and I was actually laughing along. I was like,
recuerdos.
I was like, yeah. What song is that? Fotos y recuerdos. Yeah, by Salinas. Yeah, but I was like, damn, like this is actually kind of funny. Like
I can't listen to it. I can't listen to my voice. Like when it's you, I'm like, okay, cool. Then it's me, and I'm like
delete that footage. No, but it's good, man. I missed it for us to kind of just talk here and there, and hopefully you guys missed it. I mean, hopefully you guys come back to the podcast, but I hope you guys do, and we'll do our best to get back into the swing of things, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, man, because like so many people actually did ask me like, hey, so when are the episodes coming back and stuff like that. I'm like,
bro, no one told me nothing.
Really?
No,
well, you don't get. Oh, yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Right? Like, cuando quiera. I mean, we'll do it when we want to. Right?
You want to do it for me, bro? Like, you got time?
Let's do it right now.
I'm like, please. I'm like nah.
No, man.
I'll take it as it.
No, right? Like everybody's like, oh, me callo, pues.
Yeah.
Nah, man. It's a good feeling, people, because it's you don't know it. Well, that's how I feel about this show. It's like we put it out there and we hope that people like it, and listen to it and keep up with the stories. And I think the biggest compliment is always where people say they relate to it, because, I mean, we talk about a lot of real shit, and I think that's the cool thing about this show. So when people tell me that, I don't really base it on the likes and the listens and all that stuff. I mean, it's nice to get all those things, but it's more like when people actually tell me like, hey, like this shit's cool, and I'm like, all right, like that feels cool, like that you guys enjoy it. So that's why when people would tell me that, I'm like, okay, well, whenever we get back into it, like I'd like to at least be consistent with it. So I feel like I'm in a good place to come back to it and put it out and start making new episodes, new content, because it does take a while, like to edit and do all this shit. But as long as people like it, we're basically gonna be here. So, but yeah, so much happened in the last 3 months that it's kind of crazy to think about. That from the point that we stopped the last episode, so much has happened. Like I said, the weather's been crazy. We've both been in schools doing different things, like teaching or learning, and just a lot of gigs in between, a lot of weird weather, a lot of stuff, man. Like to the point where like it doesn't feel like it's been 3 months,
Yeah, I know that
in a very weird way. Like you wake up one day and it's March, and like the other day, my wife was like, "Oh, like this next week we're gonna be changing the clocks."
Yeah,
and I'm like, dude, I feel like we just barely put them
back.
What is it back? Was it 4? No, yeah, it's back. We put them back before. Cause more.
Isn't it later so it gets darker faster?
That's what I said.
I don't
know, bro. But point is, we're gonna switch them back. So I'm like, dude, I feel like we literally just switched them. Like, and it's like that. It just, like the last episode was before Christmas, bro.
Yeah.
I
remember that.
That's crazy. Like, that it's been that long, but you know, we out here. We out here. You know what I mean?
Now we're back though, right?
I think so. Hopefully. How you been? I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever.
I'm tired.
I only see you at the gigs.
Yeah.
So like whenever, you know, we stopped doing the show, I would only see you over there, like from Thursday to Saturday or whatever. And then after that, I was like, we just don't talk anymore. Mm-hmm. You don't text me, bro.
Oh, you started doing the Snapchat streaks. Like she started sending me snaps, and I'm like, okay, he wants to do streaks, I guess. So I started sending them back.
Well, I started doing them because you sent me the streaks.
Well, no, I only sent stupid shit. I guess it was consecutive enough for it to start streaks.
To start a streak? Yeah. Because, yes, I started with Saul, too.
Yeah.
At the same time. Well, I don't know if yours is longer or his is longer. Streak.
Saul's is long. I've had Saul's for almost a year now. And Sarah's. And Letty's. I have 4. And they're so hard to keep up. Like, they stress me out sometimes. Because Sarah started doing that first. I don't know why. And then
it's because me and hers are like 2,000 days long. And then I kept fucking
it up. Yeah. So like she tried hard to like save it, and I'm like, no, dude, it's okay, just leave it. Yeah. And then we start another one. I'm like, so like what I do now is just every morning I just send y'all like 4 of y'all a picture of my breakfast.
Yeah, you do always send me breakfast, which every time I open it, I'm like, dang, like you have your life together. Like you eat breakfast. Like I don't do that shit, you know. I don't eat breakfast. I don't eat till like 1 p.m., 2 p.m. Yeah.
Now I always wake up early to eat breakfast.
And I'm always starving. Which is, and I told you, I started counting calories. So like less than 2,000 calories a day makes you fucking starving all the time. Like I'm just over here like nutrition is what I want right now. And I can't, you know.
Mine is like 3,000, I think.
Damn.
That's my cap.
Mi respeto.
That's because I'm tall.
Good.
I'm sorry.
No, but anyway, yeah, guys, so much has happened in this last couple months, and it's good to be able to talk about this stuff.
What's one thing that just comes up, like when you think of those 3 months? What's like the craziest thing?
The craziest thing?
Yeah, or like the thing that stood out the most from these 3 months. The Mariachi, no, niggas, my mind is like, it's a Mariachi podcast,
okay? Right? That's true. Because I be forgetting that sometimes. I don't know. I think it's just been like the lack of consistency. Like, so since we started taking a break, like the weather has been crazy. So what it kind of has done is like I keep a tab of like how much I get paid a week and stuff like that. But
IRS is like,
yeah, write that down. No, but I keep a tab of it, and then I looked into it and I was like, no week has been like consistent. Like it's always been like we work Thursday through Saturday, maybe Sunday, and that's always been it. But like because of the weather or COVID, again got crazy with Omicron. Oh, we didn't even talk about Omicron. Like
yeah, it got me.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was your first?
I was like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Like so much has happened. It's crazy. So like there's been just a lack of consistency. Like COVID came back hard with Omicron. Like everybody was like really chilling on COVID, especially in Texas, you know. But like it literally like it got a little bit more like serious again.
Yeah. Well, at least the good thing is like that one is not as bad.
Yeah, I mean, but I meant like here in Fort Worth, like man.
Everybody got it.
Everybody, if you lived in Fort Worth, in any area of Fort Worth, you had Omicron. If you lived in the United States, you had Omicron.
Well, except for Saul and the Mike.
Yeah.
Or maybe the Mike got it like 2
Who
weeks
knows,
ago,
bro?
because he had a sneeze, but
you sneeze once and we're like, oh shit, bro. Like you going down?
Yeah. Not you, bro. Like it's like I Am Legend. Whenever who was turning?
Will Smith.
Was it him at the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
He dies, right?
Like
shit!
that.
Spoiler. She
it's
came out
like movie, no
2007.
Well, for all the young kids, I guess. Yeah.
Some kids were born then, bro. For real, like you cough. It got to the point where like everybody was getting it. Like you would cough and you're like, "Are you good, bro? Like, are you good?" Like
that was me. I think last semester in class, like we all showed up and then all you hear in the back's like, like,
nah, man, it was crazy. And I mean, COVID's still around, you know. So, but it provided a lack of consistency in mariachi. Like for me, like it was, and then that combined with the weather. Because so, for example, too. Seafood Shack, our plantas on Thursdays, just decided to be like, hey, guys, just so you guys know, last week there wasn't that many people, so can y'all just not come this weekend?
yeah,
Like,
it's gonna be too cold apparently.
It's gonna be too cold, or it's because everybody's sick, and it's like shit, like, and it's funny because like our other planta is like they will stay open.
Oh yeah, I don't give a fuck.
If there's an earthquake tomorrow, like. They'll pick up the pieces and still
like,
have
y'all here, and people go.
Oh,
we didn't go to that one time when it froze. We didn't go Thursday. We didn't go.
Why didn't I go?
They canceled it. I don't know. You didn't go though. It was me and Flaco.
Okay,
and
I don't remember, dude. But point is, see what I'm saying? Like, it was just like it's like if we had an attendance sheet, it was like ponle falta because like literally everybody was. One person was here, one person was there, you know, or some people might have been sick, or you know they didn't want to drive because of the conditions, because like the freeze happened with where the roads get icy and shit. So like literally there's been no consistency. But what'd you say?
I forgot.
Burros, Flaco, and you.
Oh yeah, because we got there and there was people inside, which is normal, right? It's cold as fuck outside.
Yeah,
there was one table outside, and they were waiting for us to start. And I'm like, y'all are fucking crazy. Like,
did y'all play inside?
No. You know why?
Play outside?
You know why?
Why?
Because everybody inside came outside.
To watch?
Yes, like one by one, they were like, mira mariachis. and then I'm like, okay, there's one table outside, right? If like one outnumbers the rest. I mean, the rest outnumber the one, so we can just play inside.
Yeah, in the warmth.
It's fine, right?
Yeah.
But no, everybody's just like, mira mariachi, and then they go outside next to the heaters, obviously, right? Because they have heaters.
They have heaters.
And we just play the whole time outside.
No, man, those.
And Arturo didn't come. I remember. Arturo wasn't there.
Why was he out?
I don't know.
Just.
No me acuerdo.
Ponle falta, güey, is an unexcused absence.
I looked to my left and it's like Flaco and I'm like, Sammy. And I looked to my right, it's Diego, and I'm like,
yeah, dude. It just feels like the group was always it wasn't complete, so it was like, you know, the JV group always, you know, si no vienes tú, you know, some other random person. So it's like I
haven't missed, have I?
I don't think so. That one weekend, yeah, Liz came for guitarrón.
Where was it?
I don't know. Where were you? See what I'm saying? Like, and during all this, what sucks too is that these episodes kind of keep a tab of, you know, what we've gone through. So the fact that we haven't done that in in 3 months, you know, it makes it more difficult to remember what happened. But so much has, like, it's wild. So like when Omicron too, when it came out and it started shutting things down, schools started closing. There was talks of school becoming all virtual again, even like in college.
I think so. We had virtual for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, and so many things that got, you know, just canceled. It's crazy. Like our work got canceled, our restaurants got canceled, and now I mean everything seems a little bit back to normal in a way, but not even really, because I mean just a couple of weeks ago we had the second freeze, like literally the second freeze of Texas. It was just like 2 weeks ago, where it iced. So the roads were crazy. So like literally everything got canceled. We didn't go to. Like I didn't go to work. The restaurants got canceled, and everything just got a little wild there.
It's funny how the state doesn't trust us taking tollways, because they close the tollways
because of the big accident.
Oh, I don't know if it's because of that.
Oh, what are you talking about?
But I just feel like they're like, we know these motherfuckers are gonna be speeding. You know, they're like, let's just close them all.
No, yeah. I mean, I saw it all the next morning, that morning.
It's all the same.
All the people that went to work still. You saw all these videos on Facebook of like people like literally just wrecking, and I'm like, dude, man, it's rough out here, man.
I'm like, it was better times when we had the podcast. Now there's like a whole country at war, and like,
yeah, bro,
a lot happened outside too.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, since there hasn't been any episodes, there's no way of documenting, you know, what's been going on. But like, So when they ask me, how come you haven't done any episodes? I'm like, bro, like the world's going to shit, bro. Like you want us to sit here and talk for an hour?
The world's on fire and you're focusing on us. Like
they're all like, where you guys at? Like, dude, like, que te valga madre, wey. Like, look at what's going on,
bro. I'm like, bro, wear a mask when you talk to me. Like, nah, I'm just kidding.
Man, dude. No, but it's been wild, guys. And that's why we're trying to get back into, this whole stuff, like for example too, like just a couple of weeks ago, or our boss, in the middle of all this, he was gonna go out of town, so he didn't get any work for Saturday. So he left us like all to fend for ourselves.
That did feel weird.
Because he said we played that week on Thursday and Friday,
yeah.
And he just said that Saturday.
Did you come that Friday?
I don't know, bro. Check the attendance, bro, because I don't even know at this point.
Throw that shit away. That did feel weird, like having to look for work on a Saturday.
On a Saturday,
it's like you have like those animals in captivity, like lions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the only way they eat is like you feed them, right? and you have to keep them. I have this gig. I'm like, no, I can't. I have school. And then I have this other gig. I have school, And then they stop calling you eventually, and it's like, hey, I'm free, and they're like, red. And
just like that,
it just ends. It's like, like in Mexico, this thing is like, rompelas, güey. Like, there's like our friendship, and it's like, rompelas, güey. And then you just fucking, they we're not friends anymore.
Damn.
That's what it felt like.
I just felt like when I was asking for work, I ended up getting work with the group. They contacted me and they said,
that guy called me like at 2 a.m. That guy spent no time. Like he liked it and he called me. Like I woke up to like 3 missed calls and I'm like,
at 2 a.m?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Because he liked it like at 1 something and then like at 2. He has my number somehow too.
Yeah.
Because he called me and I'm like, I didn't call him back. I just texted him like, "You need something, bro?" Like,
at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
he's like, "Hey, you want to come over?"
Yeah, right. I'm like, "Nah, not that type of work." Like, yeah. Chambear.
He's like, "You up?" Question mark.
Yeah.
Nah, man. He called me and he's like, "Hey, like, would you want to work with us this Saturday?" And like, since I had gotten nothing from anybody, I was like, "Bro, thank you. Like, thank you for offering me work." I was already like thinking of my next meal was gonna be crackers and atún, just
sleep.
This is when you have like the what is it? The gig money, you're just like, damn, like I have all this money, like I can buy whatever I wanted. But you get humbled real quick as soon as you spend like the first $1.
Oh yeah.
That's how I feel like.
I'm like, my Chivo took a big ass hit this week with gas.
Gas is ridiculous, bro.
I was like, yo,
bro.
I think it's 55. I feel my.
Well, you have a big tank, right?
Huh? I don't think it's that big.
Yours is like 18 gallons, though?
12.
It is 12?
13.
Okay. Because mine's 18.
Mm.
And when I would, I would fill up my gas tank with like $40, like at the most, like back then. Now I think when I pumped this last time, it was like 60 something. Which is okay. You're probably thinking like that's only an extra $20, bro. That's a lot of money. That's like
you're not used to it.
It's a lot of money. Like drop 60 on a full tank, and then if you're driving everywhere, like Te
I
duele,
was like, I
güey.
miss those times, like during COVID, when COVID first hit. That was like 2020, right? And like, you only went out like once in a while. And when you did put gas, I think I remember filling mine with $15.
It was cheap, bro.
Yeah.
The fact that we're saying that when COVID started was better than right now, you know, the world's going to shit.
I'm like, yo, wait.
Yeah, dude, it's ridiculous, man. And you know, as a mariachi, I mean, or in general, like you gotta drive.
Like the mariachi van, she's like,
mariachi van probably take like at least 100 something.
Well, now,
dude.
it's maybe like 130 something.
Damn, man. It should be struggling too.
Arturo's like,
He's like, he's like, ahora muchachos, you know, nos tocó de 20 a la hora.
Le voy a quitar 10 a cada uno para el gas.
Para el gas.
Los otros 10 para la vendi. No.
Para la vendi.
Y tapañales.
Plus, I got you guys food. Like, no, you didn't. Like,
from last week.
From last week. Yeah.
Wait.
Para los trajes.
No. Arturo was like, no le encuentro la gracia.
Oh, it's because we've been we're supposed to get new trajes every year. It's been years, dog.
No, he said this summer is the
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
We're getting trajes this summer.
So if you see me
speaking it into existence.
Yeah, bro. if y'all see me with a new traje, just say I warned you. You know. Anyway, where was I? I was saying something and then you threw me off track. ¿Qué preguntó?
No acuerdo.
Point is, we've all been faltando. Oh, right. The weekend. So yeah, the weekend that our boss left us to fend for ourselves. You know, it's kind of like you said. We're kind of caged animals, and we're used to, you know, our boss throwing us money. We're like, okay, we're good. But then when, like, you know, they don't show up, you know, it's like a house trained dog. It's like, well, they're so used to being inside, so when you let them out, that's why you find them all traumados and shit.
Yeah, like this shit sucks.
Yeah, dude. Like, you're just so used to someone feeding you and, you know, bathing you, clothing you, that as soon as you go out, you're like, damn, like, I'm a charro, but not like this, you know? I went out with that group, which wasn't bad, but it's just that, like, it's so different, you know? Yeah. I think the group that I played with, we only had like 6 people. We went, you know how we have our van, you know, we know how the van, you know, like, you know how much space you're going to have every week, you know how much, how many times you're going to stop, you know, like at a gas station here and there. You know how like it smells in there. Like you have a familiar, how do you say that word? Familiarity.
Okay.
With that van. So when I went in the van with these guys, not that it was bad, but it was just like, it was different. Mm-hmm. Like it was only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us in there, and it was like in a little Dodge Caravan. So it's different. And then for example too, like the boss was cool. I knew him. He played with us before, and he asked me before I got there. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna get some Chick-fil-A sandwiches for everybody. Like, do you want one?" And I was like, "Fuck!" Like I had literally just eaten. Like I wanted to have like food in my stomach because I didn't know if we were gonna stop or not. So I had eaten. I was like, "Nah, man. Like I appreciate it though. Like but you guys can get some." He's like, "Oh, okay." So when I went in there, he gave everybody a chicken sandwich, which I realized that everything smells so delicious when you're hungry, but when you're not hungry and you smell food, a mí como que me da cosa, because like now that we were riding to this gig that was like an hour away, all I could smell was like a strong Chick-fil-A, like. The marinade was like literally in my nose, bro. Like it was a very strong smell.
Is it que no hueles?
Yeah, exactly. So the fact that I could just smell like Chick-fil-A, like it was like a Chick-fil-A hot box, bro. Like they hot boxed the van in Chick-fil-A.
But you like Chick-fil-A, no?
I love Chick-fil-A. Okay. But it's not good when I'm not hungry for it. So like I would just smell all this Chick-fil-A, and I'm like, dude, like, I don't want to smell this anymore. And I smelled that for the rest of the night, like, because, we'd go in and out of the van for the gigs and stuff like that. So every time I went in there, I was just like, fuck, dude, I'm going to smell like fucking Chick-fil-A. It's like, it was as strong as, like, when you smell leña on your traje. When we go to a gig with and it's burning and stuff, and it stays on your clothes. Like, yeah, and it's just, it's a very strong smell. But yeah, man, it was. Who did you work with that weekend? Some randoms? Oh no, you went with Bohemio. You went to Waco.
Yeah, we went to Waco.
You went to Waco for 2 hours?
Yeah, we went to the widest party. But no, they had to be like Mexican American. But they were more on the American side, you know.
So it was an easy gig for 2 hours?
Yeah. Yeah, they're cool guys. Like I enjoy playing with them.
I like playing with them too. Because they're good musicians. You know what I mean?
You play with them?
Yeah. Well, I went to a small serenade one time with them. I think that's it. But I mean, I know they're all good musicians.
Yeah, they're really good.
They're all good.
They're very talented.
So like, you know that they care about how they sound. So like, they all like les echa ganas, you know, and I like that shit. Like, I'm like proud of them for actually doing their job. I'm like, you know what, you guys care. There's a lot of groups that don't, you know. So
yeah, and then we had 2 more hours coming back.
Oh, you got more after that?
Yeah.
Oh, chingon.
Yeah, it was good. We finished I think it was like Haltom City. It was 121, I think. Yeah. So yeah, it was a good night.
No, it was cool. I mean, while you were having the time of your life, I was scared for mine. I told y'all I was a little scared because like I said, like the boss is a good guy. He's cool, but he would drive that van like it was a fucking race car, bro. Like a go. You know how you drive in a go kart? You guys ever been a putt? You haul ass in that little thing. Imagine that, but like in a van with 6 dudes. And it's a small van. And the van was making some noises too. That van was struggling to go and stop. So like the fact that he was driving it like a go-kart in a neighborhood, like, a neighborhood used to go in like up to 60 miles an hour. I'm like, bro, like we weren't even late. Is
that's just how he drives?
I'm like, bro, like, we're in here, right? Like, to the point where like I was wearing my seatbelt, bro. And I don't really, I guess don't tell the cops. I don't really wear my seatbelt in the van, our van. I guess I really should. Now that I think
sometimes I do.
Really?
Yeah, I got that from Paco. I don't know why.
It's got like the really long ones. Yeah. But I never, not in there. I never put one in there. But like as soon as we took off, bro, and I smelled like the brakes burning, I was like, you know what? I should probably just clip this bitch on real quick. I'm not trying to fucking.
You're like un necesito,
Yeah, man. But it was rough. I mean, it was the gigs were fine. We played.
Was the rep different?
Yeah. Not different, but they had.
They had different different ways of doing it.
Yeah, like different arrangements and stuff, and different ways of doing it. So it was a little different, but I mean, it wasn't nothing that I couldn't get used to. The only thing too, though, is that like me, for example, I'm an armonia player, so like, I mean, I would think the violin players and trumpet players, so I do the same. But I like when the person that's next to me is also, at least trying. Not to say the guy wasn't trying, but like he never tuned his guitar. Like, and I like to tune every couple songs, just to make sure, I'm on it. Because like even then, I don't like playing and then I can hear myself out of tune. Like I hate that shit. So the whole time next to me, he was like completely untuned. And I'm like, dude, like, una finadita, por favor. Like just a little one, just a little bit,
Le afinas la guitarra and like, look over there. And you're like,
right? You're like, hey, wait.
You're just like, you're like stretching. You're like,
nah, man, it was a little rough. But he was a nice guy. He was asking me about vihuelas and stuff, and but it was chill. And every gig was kind of the same. It kind of had like the same rep. Like where some people would give like requests, but they kind of played their own stuff. And they kept playing this one song that I guess they had rehearsed. So like when he would call it out, he was like, it's this song. And I'm like, bro, I don't fucking know that song. And then he's like, who plays it? He's like, oh, Calibre 50. And I'm like, oh.
Oh, is it A la Antigüita?
Yeah. A la Antigüita. Some shit like that. Yeah, they kept playing that at every gig. And like you would think I would learn it.
They played in that key? I think they played like an A flat.
No. It was like G or some shit.
Okay. It's G or A, I guess.
I don't know. You played it before?
I've heard it.
Because he was telling me, I was like, I've never heard that before. And I was like, no, yeah. There's like arreglos of mariachi already.
I've heard it con Calibre. That's why I know what you're talking about.
Because he kept telling, it was funny because, sometimes you read the room or you read the audience, so, sometimes as a mariachi, you kind of suggest songs to them too.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, we can play, esta. Like, and so when he said that, he would be like, oh, there's this new song on the radio called, what's it called?
A la Antigüita?
Yeah. So he would say, like, you guys want to hear that one? And like, people would be like, what song?
You never do that, bro. You never ask them anything.
Yeah.
Like,
But he was like, oh, see? Okay, I les va. And like, no, I'm like, bro, nobody said yes. Like, nobody asked.
What are you going to do? Like, you can be like, ¿le quieres escuchar? No, bueno, pues otra. You know, like, that doesn't sound right. Like,
right. No? Or fuck me? Or
yeah,
fuck me?
pretty much. You just gotta play it, you know?
Nah, yeah, but we played it, and we played it at every single gig, so you would think that I would have learned it, but no, it was... they had like their own little arrangement to it, so like I just kept fucking it up. But I was doing my best, I was just following them. I didn't particularly like that song, but it's whatever,
It's a good song.
I mean, I think it fits.
Calibre plays it pretty well.
Yeah, it fits the style with Calibre, but I mean, with Mariachi, not so much, But other than that, it was cool, man.
Now for me, it was fun. It was like whoever asked me first, like I'll take it, bro. Because when I made that post,
like to work,
they were the first one. Bohemian was the first one to text me. They're like, "Hey, we have this amount of gigs.
Like,
this amount to pay. Can I do it?" And like me personally, no me quiero. I haven't no he maramado en mucho tiempo,
Yeah.
So I was like, no me quiero quedar como el perro de las dos tortas. Like I don't want to be like, I don't want to say no and then like.
Nothing
work,
else. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. So since this guy, called me, I was like, you know what, like, I'd rather be committed to someone and for sure money and because that's the worst. Like you say no, and then next thing you know, like nobody. And you know what was funny? He was actually telling me, he was like, yeah, that Saturday, like, you're gonna be going on Guitarrón, and then later on, he was like, later that week, he's like, actually, you're going on Vihuela. I'm like, okay. He's like, oh, also my wife might have a baby that day. I'm like, you're the boss, bro. Like, yeah. He's like, yeah, but I might go still, like, depending on. I'm like, bro, like, your wife?
He's like, it depends how much I love her that day.
I was just like, you would think that,
like, I don't feel like seeing a baby right now.
Right?
It's like, qué hueva,
No, he was like, no, I think she might or she might not. I'm like, is that a threat?
No, he's like, le voy a decir que no. Like, he's like, ¿sabes qué, mi amor? Aguántate un ratito, like.
He's like, you know what? El domingo hay chamba, so.
El domingo tenemos una chamba de 9 a 10. Después de las 10, lo que quieras.
Lo que quiera. And then you call her in the hospital, like, ¿y qué crees?
Pero,
se hizo otra hora.
It's like, si quieres tomar un Uber. Like, fuck.
Yeah, that tripped me out. He's cool though. He's cool, man. Like, he paid me. That's all that mattered. At the end of the night,
No, you guys are getting paid,
right? You guys are getting paid. He's like, it's actually promotion. It was promotion, guys. So.
I mean, it's for my baby, bro.
Yeah, right. Le saqué 50 para los pañales. None of you guys came to my baby shower, so sorry about you. Nah, man, but it was chill. But I definitely do like miss like playing with my group because I know what to expect there. I know the schedule and everything, so it's cool. But it was a good way to like not have nothing.
We have another day coming where we don't have work.
Yeah, apparently in April. I didn't know that. Yeah, do you know what?
He was telling me it's like his cousin's wedding.
Oh, okay, cool.
I was like,
so you're gonna look for work again?
Pues sí.
Pues sí, güey. No hay nada más. I don't know, man.
I'm like, sí, gracias.
Nah, man. Oh, you know what's funny too? That the guitar player there kept getting he only spoke Spanish, so I would assume that he was like Mexicano, dude. He looked kind of young, and that's when I realized, sometimes when I mean, I don't know, because I don't really call my wife like that, but he would call her after every gig. It just because I've heard of people saying that like para reportarse, Yeah. But I wonder, I was just like the whole. I kept seeing that like you just calling her like, "Hey, we just finished this one." I'm just, damn, like they're really on check like that.
I can't imagine like me doing that. I feel like if you're doing it to be cute or like I don't know, maybe
is it an attachment?
I feel like the girl would be like, "No estás chingando," like, okay, you're working, like, ¿yo qué voy a hacer?
That's what I mean. Like my wife knows what's up. I know how she does her thing, so I'm like, I don't need to report to her all the time.
Yeah.
So, and then sometimes it sounded like they were mad. So I was like, is this a toxic thing, or what is it?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Who knows? But it just goes to show not every relationship is the same.
A lo mejor se porta mal, bro.
Huh?
A lo mejor se porta mal.
Maybe. You know, I mean, just to check, you know, like that you're doing.
I haven't seen that recently a lot.
Yeah, man.
And I've heard stories of other charros where like their wives go to the gig.
Yeah,
you know,
that's true too. Yeah, and it's like just the lack of trust. So I'm like, fuck.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm just saying I've seen it. I don't ask.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
you know,
that's not really your place to say anything. Like imagine, dude, she pulls up and you're like, bro, what's your girl doing here?
Yeah, like, you know, like you're not judging, but you're like, whose kids are these? You know, whose kids am I sitting next to?
Yeah, dude.
Like,
no, it's for sure. Yeah, man, you see it, but it's like, I mean, I've never had to deal with that, but then also I don't have kids or anything either, so who knows? Later on, my wife's like, "Hey, where you at?" I'm like, "I'm home, dude." What's
like, as soon as you get home, you're like, "Where's the chihuahua?" You're like, drop.
Dude, yeah. There's a Dropbox here. You just. It's a fund. It's a mariachi fund.
And then she counts it and she's like, okay, you get 10%. Give you like $20.
Imagine
for the week.
Or like you get paid and she's like, "On tu chivo." You're like, "Oh, it's right here, right?" And then you give it to her. She's like, and she's like, "This is all you make?
For
you put in this much time to music, like, and this is all you make?"
Dame un Arturo, yo voy a hablar con él.
Call your boss. Like, hey, Sammy be getting paid more, bro, because we're struggling over here, you know, like.
¿Que por qué no canta? Vas a cantar, cabrón. ¿Cómo chavos que no bailas? Hijo de tu pinche madre? Like Arturo todo preocupado because all he hears is the fucking
like you good, bro? Like, nah, he's good.
Yeah, he's good now. Right?
Yeah.
Al menos la lista de canciones que quieres que cante.
I'll train him, bro. $10 more? Fuck. No, it's crazy, man. Yeah, pronto.
What else? You kill her.
No, nothing. It's just like, okay, what else? And then I was gone. I went to my first UIL event.
Oh yeah.
Which is like new for mariachi. I guess because UIL's now like it's become a UIL event, which is like what you see in all like high school. As far as like, it's UIL is like for band, orchestra, choir. They have that for football, like
guitar.
And guitar. You know, so it's kind of cool that mariachi is being recognized more and more.
Except apparently there's no criteria for it.
Yeah, they still need to kind of. I feel like they still need to do some stuff to like really regulate it to where it's fair. Not to say like, well, there's a can of worms with that or whatever. But I think at the end of the day, students that are just trying their best, I think that's all it really matters. Because like some people really take things to heart, bro, and I don't like that. Because it's like, you know, it's just an award. It's just a number. It's just a placement. But I mean, at the end of the day, you know, like, look at the progress that your students are doing, and you know, if it's a good thing, obviously use that to be like, okay, you know, this is what we can change to, you know, become better. And obviously, if you're like still getting, you know, like a bad rating and stuff like that, it tells you, you know, you got to step it up a little bit. You know, do something different to get progression going. But it was cool. I liked seeing it, dude, because like I haven't seen students in a long time, like mariachi students, and like actually put on a show like that. I got to see a couple acts, like for example, like Roma School. And
they're always good ones.
Yeah, and they were. I mean, I haven't, like I said, I haven't seen like high school performers since, dude, when I was in high school. You know, so seeing it now as a teacher, you kind of see that, and you're like, damn, man, those kids and their water over there and their water supply, they're drinking their vitamins, bro, because like they're just putting on a show and they sound like adults, bro. Like,
yeah,
you know, and they look like adults. Like some kids are like 6 foot tall, bro. Like they're like, oh, you'd be like, hey, bro, like, you know, what grade are you in? Like freshman. And I'm like, bro, you got a beard. Like, how?
That was my senior year. Like the freshman were taller than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Shit,
cause I forgot how it's shaped, but basically, you know, they keep you know how Northside was 3 buildings.
Yeah.
Like the one building was basically for freshmen, like all the freshman classes and stuff.
Yeah.
Nombre walking down the freshman building, like all these kids are like
huge, man.
And
you're tall.
Yeah.
You know, you're so. I just look like a Oompa Loompa, you know, next to him and shit, you know.
They're like, fuck.
And I'm on the ground like, it's all right, bro. Like, it's like the 4th time this week. So.
It's on me, bro.
It's all good, bro. It's all just next time be more careful, you know. Yeah. That's all I'm asking. No, man.
Yeah, or like Dylan, you know.
Yeah, even
like,
Dylan.
Because I met Dylan when he was in middle school.
Me
he
too.
was this tiny little kid.
Tiny kid, man.
And then when he's worked with us, like I'll go on harp and he's on bass. And I'm like, he's like a good 2-3 inches tall.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
I'm just like, damn, bro.
And it's funny too, cause like I still see his like little kid face.
Yeah.
It's just on a grown up body, you know.
Yeah.
So Dylan is so mad right now. He's like punching the air. He's like, bro.
He's like, they never talk about me. The one time they do, it's like
to roast him. No, we're not roasting him. We're just
you stole as fuck.
Yeah, hey man, I wish I was that tall, you know. Anyway, no, but it was cool, man. It was cool seeing stuff like that, and it was funny too, man, because like, every time I was walking around there, I would always hear like, this is what I'm worried about, like, because people know who I am because of this podcast. Like, if they don't know my name, they at least know, like, I guess my face because they've seen it on so many episodes, or I don't know what. So like, I had that multiple times when I was down there, you know. But I don't talk to it with my students about, you know, what I do outside, you know. So I feel like some of them know. They're probably listening right now, but I don't really acknowledge it. So when we were down there, and you know, I'm in teacher mode, so you know, I'm walking around and I'm leading my students to where they need to go and stuff. And at the end of and then I was saying hi to directors and stuff like that. And one time I said hi to a colleague of mine, and I just said hi real quick, and there was a girl right behind him who was a student, was like, CharroBeans, and that happened multiple times, bro. Like where like people were saying that, and I was just like, hey, like, but I can't really like talk right now, you know. I'm like,
you're like, I don't know who that is. Just keep walking.
must got me confused, man.
I'm like, ma'am, keep walking.
Sir. Nah, it's cool. It's cool because like it shows that at least like people have listened to the pod and stuff like that. But as a teacher, it's like, fuck, like, damn, bro, they know the real me, man. Like, I'm really out here, you know.
Like, fuck.
Yeah. And then like those same people will also tell me, hey, when do the episodes come back? And I'm like, can we walk? I'm sorry, like, no offense. No, but it's cool, man. It's cool to see, you know, that people. That's what I wanted. I mean, obviously we're not the most appropriate in this, but I mean, it's a good way for people to see kind of like what being a mariachi is really like outside of high school, you know, or school. You see what it's like to actually work in it and stuff like that. But it was cool. It was cool to go on that trip and just kind of see, you know, how mariachis are like high school kids are, man, they're crazy, man. I have so much respect for the directors too that can, you know, coach these kids into being that great of a musician. But that's cool. But you had to work without me. How was that?
No acuerdo.
Yeah, I asked you and you could not remember.
I remember it vaguely, but it was a long time ago. I've been very busy. I'm tired.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I think I asked you. I was like, "Hey, man, so who came for me?" And you're like, I'm
like, nobody's there.
Yeah, dude. Like to the point where like you're on autopilot, so you just look over for a second, and you're like, that doesn't look like the guy who's usually here.
I'm like, oh, bye.
No, you couldn't even remember my name. You're just like, who is that guy?
I'm like, fuck. Like, like, ¿cómo te llamas?
And when I come back the next week, he's like, hey, ¿cómo te llamas? Me llamo Victor.
What's your name again? Victor, mucho gusto. You know?
He's like, oh, yeah, we played a couple times before.
Ah, ¿de verdad? ¿Cuándo? Like, no me acuerdo.
He's like, what school did you go to?
Bro.
Like, chojete, we both went to the same school. Wait, no mames.
No,
that's funny.
Like, time is very... These past 2 weeks were kind of like a blur.
No,
and that's when you missed. So that's when I'm like, bro, I don't know. Like, I just know mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. You know? That's all I care about right now. Like, no me distraigas.
I'm like, even then, I don't know what that means, bro.
Yeah, I just know that's the answer, okay? Like,
mitochondria.
Trying to pass a stupid class.
Of a cell. Yeah. But that's good. I mean, it means you're focused, you know, on what you need to do, which is...
I haven't slept in 3 days. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
I slept.
No, man, it's chill, man. It's chill, man. I like everything.
I like it, Picasso.
Yeah, basically. And then so yeah. Oh, in this past week too, like I had another event the teacher duties, man. They really do get you. Like I said, estoy faltando, dude. Puras unexcused absences. But I went this past week, Thursday and Friday, and we gigged and stuff like that. But I missed a little bit of Saturday. Well, here's the thing. I was supposed to do an event on Saturday, because I was gonna be a judge for something school related. And then, so I told my boss that, like, I don't know what time I'm going to get out. Because, I mean...
She was like, niggas, my mind's...
niggas, my mind's Mary Jane. It's because I never know, since this is, like, my first year doing a lot of this stuff, I don't know how long things are going to last, and I'm taking everything, like, in stride, like, as things come up, I'm just kind of seeing... I feel like I'll be more prepared next year, because my first year was COVID year, so... I didn't get to do a lot of these things. And now that I'm doing it, I'm kind of seeing, how these patterns kind of come up and stuff. But point is, I had told my boss, I don't know what time I'm going to get out. So he ended up getting someone else to cover me on Vihuela for Saturday. I had told him, like, if I make it out in time, I can still go to the gigs. He's like, well, just let me know. But he got someone to Vihuela. And I found out that the person that was, going to Vihuela, Liz, she was also going to be this judge, over there at the same place I'm at. So I'm like, bro, I'm like, bro, like, to my boss, I was like, we're both doing the same thing. Like, so I guess she for sure knows she's going to be out.
Yeah, she's like, I know at what time I'm getting out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about you.
Yeah. So, because the whole reason I was going to miss is because I didn't think I was going to get out in time. And the fact that she was going, so I was all like, damn, like, I guess I could have gone. But so point is, I went on guitar. Which I haven't played guitar in so long. Like, as a gig, the last time I played guitar was like at Texas State, where I had to play because they put someone else on Vihuela. But it's otro pedo, dude, because, I mean, you got to put the strap different and you got to hold it different. And then I have, like, super long nails, so when I would do redobles and stuff, like, they would get in the way. Because if you're using a guitar pick for proper guitar playing, for mariachi, you would probably use a guitar pick. So when I play, le pega, it hits my nails. So it was different for sure, but it was fun. I mean, I like playing something different. Like, I get bored of my instrument after a while, so I like playing, guitarrón and guitar and doing something a little bit different to kind of spice it up a little bit.
No, está bien.
But it was cool. What did we do? What was that first gig?
The first gig was in Fort Worth.
Quince?
Yeah, they had what is margaritas?
They had margaritas de
paleta
de mango. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It was pretty good.
Like, a mí que no me gusta eso. Like, I don't like sweet drinks. I was like, damn.
I think I liked
yours. Like the paleta.
I think I liked yours better.
I liked Arturo's better.
Because the one I got was a little sweeter. So
bro?
I think they put too much of the sweet.
Arturo's was perfect. Because once he gave it to me, I'm like, he's like, hold it. I'm like, if I hold it, I'm going to drink it. So I was like, damn, it's pretty good. And he's like, oh, it's called paleta de mango.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll be back.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if I told you. I think I told Boyo. Because Boyo saw me with the drink. He's like,
yeah.
And then he got you one.
He got me one, and I was like, for me? Like, and I drank it because it was good. Like, it actually did taste like the paleta de mango. Yeah. So I was like,
that's always good. Like,
it trips me out because it actually tastes like it, What was that second gig?
It was,
because
era el aniversario de la mamá que se murió.
Oh, yeah, we went to, no, it was her birthday. Apparently, it was her birthday. It was her, the lady who passed away, but it
said it was an anniversary.
Arturo never knows, bro.
I don't know.
He also said that my parents, but you guys played at my parents' party.
Oh, yeah.
That also happened during the break. He thought, I think I had brought it up we had first brought it up to Arturo to play it for my parents' birthday, because that's what it was. They were both turning 50. So, we brought it up to Arturo like a year in advance, like just so he knows. And then we brought it up like, when we booked it and everything. And then the day of the party, when you guys played and everything, he's like, aquí estamos por el aniversario de,
That's what it felt like, to be honest.
Oh, but it was just a birthday.
There too, and I was like I didn't say anything. I was just like, I went up to your mom and was like, felicidades, and I hugged her. But yeah, I didn't know if to say like happy birthday or
like why.
I was just like, felicidades, just give it to general and like don't get in trouble.
Yeah, you're like, congratulations.
Yeah,
you don't know what for what.
Exactly.
No, but I had told them, I was like, it's their 50th birthday party. Like, they're just having it at the same time because they both. My mom's birthday's in December. My dad's is in February, so we had it in January, like right in the middle. And then like as soon as we started playing it at the end, he's like, aquí estamos por el aniversario. And I was like, cumpleaños. And he's like, aniversario, 25 años. 50? And I'm like, bro, like, and he's like, es que y'all never told me nothing. I'm like, you what we did, bro. God damn it.
Well, it does trip you out, because it's both of them like a couple.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But that's why we said, but that's why we started with we started with La Negra, and then afterwards we played Mañanitas because I told him, yeah, it's a birthday, bro. But it was funny.
Arturo would be like, novia mía. Like, it's like,
para los novios.
Bro.
Like, no. What was I saying before that? Because you said the gig we went to.
Era la mamá fallecida.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's why I brought that up because I never know if Arturo even knows what he's talking about because he said that it was the anniversary of her death.
Yeah.
So we're
because he said we played for her funeral a year ago.
Okay, but then they said that they were wearing the shirts and it said that it was also her birthday.
She died on her
so
birthday?
that's what I said. I was like, did she die on her birthday? But nobody ever confirmed with me. So I'm like, I don't know if we played for her birthday because we played Mañanitas when we walked in. So I was like, so we're playing for her birthday because I don't think you would play Happy or Las Mañanitas for an anniversary of a death. Does that make sense?
I think we have done that before though.
I don't know, bro.
I know we did it for La Virgen.
Oh,
it's not her birthday.
I don't know, man. Point is, we played at this someone who had passed away, and we played either at their anniversary of death or birthday. But the people we were in the front yard, which was a little weird because that street was active.
Yeah,
like I feel nervous whenever we're on a street that's got a lot of activity because like I feel like I always gotta like play a song. I'm like just like turn around real quick.
I was like a light passed by and I'm like,
yeah. What you mean by that? But yeah, it was very active on that street, so I felt a little like exposed, and they were grilling meats, right? On a little grill. I saw that.
Yes.
Yeah, it was like a little grill. Obviously they're kind of emotional because I mean, depending on what they're there for. Yeah, I mean they're drinking, right? So you add alcohol to that, and being emotional. So they were a little. There was that one girl who was like pretty messed up, right? You know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah, la señora.
She kept going up and down the stairs, which got me nervous because she was kind of like, yeah, I was scared she was gonna fall because, I mean, we played at funerals too where people kind of collapse and shit, So I thought, maybe something like that would happen, but they kept doing 180s because I think we played Amor Eterno or something like super sad like that. So they were like crying and drinking, and then they're all like, okay, ahora mariachi loco. And then it was like a complete 180. So like those same people that were like crying like literally a minute ago were then dancing and like they're like jumping and shit. And I'm like, dude, you can't just flip flop like that. You're either crying or you're laughing and dancing. So
which one also have to celebrate her.
No, yeah, but it's just such a dramatic shift that it just like threw me off. Because they'll be crying and then also dancing. So I'm like, it's
¿sí o no?
Yeah.
They kept wanting esta Liz to sing.
Yeah.
They're like, que canta la muchacha. She's like,
she sang like two of them? 2 or 3 of them? Yeah. Yeah, but what else happened? It's just that, right? Yeah. And all of the gigs were an hour too?
No, the last one was 2.
Oh, the last one turned into 2. Because we were supposed to have 3. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We didn't have any work. We only had an hour. And then Arturo said that he got these gigs from other groups. Yeah. So other groups that like either they couldn't go to these gigs anymore, or they got other work, so now like they couldn't play that gig, so they give them to us. Yeah. So that was our schedule. We were just playing the mariachi, scraps. Like we were just playing. We were playing for everybody's like ends, the ones that nobody wanted to do, or I don't know. So we were just like scavengers, like vultures. We got all the little pieces. We were like, any work, sir?
What tripped me about that gig is it was at another house, right? But it was a big house. The last one.
Oh, the last one? Yeah.
What tripped me out was whenever there's that lady like, ¿qué canción quiere? And she's like, la tradicional. I'm like, ay, güey, va a pedir un son, or like algo de Pedro Infante, and she's like, el mariachi loco. I'm like, no, de pase de verga, señora. Because I even looked to the mic's like, algo muy tradicional. El mariachi loco.
Written by Silvestre and Gaspar Vargas.
Con los manicos de Gaspar, por favor.
Dude, Gaspar was going ham on those.
For real.
No, yeah, the last gig was a little trippy. It was it turned into a 2-hour, and it was for this dude, right?
Yeah, it was his birthday.
His birthday.
His wife surprised him.
He did. Wife, right? I thought it was kind of sad that we walked in with the cake and then they didn't. They
gave cake to Arturo though after. Remember?
Yeah, they cut it once we were done.
Because that hyped me up. I thought he was walking in with a plate, and I was like, "Chingón, nos dieron comida."
Yeah,
nah, era pastel.
Like, it was cake.
Yes, mamá. Like, I don't want that.
Well, when I told you, like, when we walked in, it's because look, when we walked in, the girl or the wife was holding the cake, and we walked in and we played with them, and he blew the candle out.
Yeah. So
then I was like, okay, so they're gonna cut the cake right now, but they left it sitting. They didn't even have it covered, bro. Like they just had it. Exposed to the elements, and they left it out there for like
2 hours.
The 2 hours that we were playing, and I'm like, bro, like, you ever had warm cake or like not cold cake, like room temperature cake? It's gross. It's not. It's supposed to be cold. It's cake. Because if you leave it out, se va a enfriar or se va go to room temperature.
I don't think I've had cold cake.
Well, I meant like, okay. Have you ever had tres leches that's not cold? It's disgusting, bro. Like it's like eating soup. It's like eating chunky soup. And I stand by that. Like I love tres leches if it's like really moist and it's cold, because it's supposed to be like refreshing. And then if you but if you have a tres leches cake that isn't cold, or they didn't add enough of the leche, so like there's dry pieces in there. It's very gross.
Yeah.
And I stand by
that.
And I stand by that. Like you can really mess that up. Yeah, it's just dry. It's just...
I like chocolate cake better.
Huh?
I like chocolate cake better.
Chocolate cake? I don't like when it's all chocolate.
I love that.
No. I meant like chocolate frosting and chocolate thing. Because it's too much, I think.
Hell yeah.
The best chocolate cake ever, though, was from JP Elder in the snack line. I used to love that cake at my middle school.
Me quiero acordar.
You know how they had the 2 lines? They always had like a chocolate cake there, bro. And then you know how they give us that? I used to drink milk every day because they would give you a milk. So like I would eat it with the cake.
Con pizza.
Yeah, the milk was pizza, tater tots.
Not gonna lie, bro. Like Michelle Obama holders on that one. Like, bro, you gave us like.
I didn't have the Michelle Obama meals though. Huh? Like all of my high school career.
Well, that's what it was. Milk with chocolate, milk with pizza. That was her, no?
No, now apparently they're worse.
Oh, bro.
Because I have students that tell me that they don't eat lunch because they don't like the food. Because apparently, like, it's pretty bad now.
Like, what is it?
I don't know, but that's the thing. I don't know. I don't know if maybe they're just being dramatic and they're used to eating hot Cheetos every day, or it's just that I would eat everything because I would always eat my food, dude. Mm-hmm. I remember from kindergarten I would do that. Like, te daban tu tray con todo tu comida, and I would just eat all of it. And there was kids that would eat like 3 bites of pizza and then just leave it there. And I'm like, bro, can I have it? Like, that was me, dude. I was like, can I have your mashed potatoes? Are you going to eat your bread?
Oh, the mashed potatoes were good. It's cool.
Good times, bro.
But I never had the chocolate cake.
No, it was good, man. It was really good. They used to also sell like the treats for $0.25.
Oh yeah.
They used, but that was in my elementary school. They would have like the nutty bars, the fudge rounds, the Star Crunch,
the cones,
the ice creams.
Yeah,
they had that in your elementary school did. Damn, yeah. They used to have them right next to the register, so they tempt you.
Yeah,
then you'd be like, yeah, they tempt you into getting that little snack right at the end.
Do you ever collect pencils in elementary?
Yeah, I think so. Did y'all have
like the machine? Where
the machine,
like a quarter?
Yeah. Damn, new memory unlocked, bro. Because
I had a whole fucking thing. Every day I would go to get one pencil. Because the ones that I loved were parecían como de gamusina. They were like really like.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I like cool. the like really cool design. Like,
yeah,
the holographic ones.
Yeah, I had a lot of those.
Yeah.
Just for fun. My mom would be like, "Why quieres tanto?" I'm like, "Tanto? It's just $1." I have to go like cash it in. Like I need quarters. I don't want to.
Like, did you ever go to those book fairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to love that shit. But I didn't have money. But like they would let you walk through everything.
Yeah.
So I would just like look at everything like,
Yeah. My mom one time gave me $20 and I bought this thing. It was like a science thing. I thought it was to make bouncy balls, but it was to make planets. Right?
Okay.
So it turns into this mushy paste, and then you put it in the fridge so it can freeze, and it turns into a planet. Supposedly.
Okay.
I thought it was a bounce ball. I get it. I'm like, it's just batches in the kitchen, and then my mom's like, "No mames, hijo." Like I just cleaned the kitchen.
So you killed it on accident?
I'm a planet killer.
Damn, dude, Galactus.
Good times.
Galactus.
I actually read in elementary.
Damn, man.
Now I hate reading.
Yeah, man. I haven't read a book in
Elementary.
an embarrassing amount of time. Like my wife would read. You know, she would read it from time
I know
to
if I start reading a book, I'll get into it.
time.
Because I think reading is cool.
Yeah.
But starting, I'm not going to do that.
I fall asleep,
You know?
dude. It's funny because I can stay up and do all this other shit, and then as soon as I start reading, I'm like, like it's ridiculous. Ah, man. Damn, now I want to collect some pencils real quick.
Oh, McDonald's.
Yeah. Oh, we're pretty much done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is about how long it takes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We wanted to kind of put this episode out as a surprise, I guess you could say. But yeah, we'll probably be back to your regular scheduled programming next week. Charro Chat. I want to hear from you guys now that we're gonna be doing these again. But yeah,
Season 2.
Nah, dude, I don't remember what episode we're on. We would probably be at 100 by now.
Probably.
No, we wouldn't. It would probably
like
be
80.
Like, yeah, it'd be at 80, almost 90. But I mean, I wanted to, like I said, I wanted to make sure that we were good, and that way we were consistent again. But yeah, I think we're in a good spot to come back and start talking to you guys again and get this content out for you guys. Let us know if this is what you want, or you want us to just give up, whatever.
Bro. Like, if this is what you want to see.
Is this what you want? Yeah.
More clothes, less clothes. More action figures. More pillows. More microphones. More rihuelas. Tú dime, güey.
Yeah, you just let us know. But yeah, thank you guys for listening to CharroBeans podcast episode 72, I believe. I don't remember, bro. It's got to be 1 or 2. It's been so long. But thank you for coming back if you are listening. Let us know. You guys want to have any comments or anything? Rate us on Apple Podcasts. Subscribe, like, follow, comment, share. Do anything that you want. And just live your life, and we'll love you.
What's this week?
Yeah. You got anything?
Yeah. Happy to be back. Comment, rate, subscribe. ¿Qué me dices?
Eat your vegetables. Collect some pencils.
Mm-hmm.
Read. This is a learning podcast, so we try to get you guys to learn something at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did you know, right?
We start saying facts like the bottom of Snapple bottles, where they tell you the facts. Oh, man. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, we out here, bro. We out here. Cool. So, we'll see you guys hopefully next week, and have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you later.
Yes, sir.
Bye. Season 2. The comeback.
Isn't that Kim Kardashian?
Everybody likes a good comeback story. Seabiscuit, the Mighty Ducks, Kim Kardashian. I don't know. Well, it's like, I think on the video she gets come on her back. All right, I'll stop this.
Oh, no.